my name is Emily. Since this is my very first YouTube video, I would love to talk to you about a new book that is being released in November. Now, it's by one of my favorite authors, Rochelle Mead. Now, this is going to be her 4th book in her Bloodline series, and it's called Fiery Heart. Such a lovely title. I mean, I don't know why anyone else hasn't come up with such good, titles. I mean, Fiery Heart, when you hear the title, it's something that you kind of want to read, but you think it would be like really cliche. But since I've read her other books, like Vampire Academy and the other 3 Bloodline books, I know it won't be cliche. And since she has tweeted that it's probably going to break our hearts, it's probably going to break our hearts. I trust her so much. It's going to break my heart. I know it. So, the Bloodline series follows Sydney Sage and Adrian Ivishkoff. At least that's how I think you pronounce his name. I've never really gotten that right. We first met Sydney Sage in Rochelle's Vampire Academy book called Blood Promise. Ooh, sounds all vampire-y and stuff. Yeah, so Rose went to Russia to find someone. I'm not going to tell you who. I will have a Vampire Academy series talk some other time, but not now. So yeah, Rose got into a little bit of trouble, so Sydney comes and helps because someone told her to. I won't tell you who. Again, I'm not going to tell you why he's sad because that would spoil something for you, and I don't want to spoil anything for you because sometimes people hate spoilers, but some people don't hate them. Like me, I don't really hate it when people spoil things that I want to know, but it's like when it's something like really good and I have to know, I don't care if it's spoiling it for me, because it's just, that's why occasionally I read the end of a book to see if my favourite couple or something gets back together. But it's just what I do, so it's just, little things that you do, read the end of a book. So I won't tell you why he's sad, but he was a bit sad in the start. Then when the series eventually graduates along the line in Golden Lily and in Indigo Spell, he gets really, really happy. Like, happier than he used to be, but still a little bit sad. But it's just how things are. People get sad, and it's really sad for the people that love them. Yeah. But it's like, as the books graduated on, he got really happier, and so it's just, in Golden Lily, that's the 2nd book, he got happier than he was in the 1st one, and then in Indigo Spell, he was like, almost back to his old self, but not quite. It was just like, it was like 99% his old self, but it's just like, the past kind of changed him like 1%, but that's okay, because we got the other 99%, and that's all the good stuff. It's just like, whenever something bad happens, we all lose something. It's like when you stub your toe, you know that you'll never get that blood back. God, I'm so weird. I'm sorry, guys, that I'm so weird for you. But so Fiery Heart is coming out on November 19th. If I haven't already said that, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's just like, I love this series so much. Since yeah, so I won't tell you what happens, but I love you guys, even though that happens. Now, after this, I'm going to spoil a little bit of things. So if you haven't read them, please go read them now and come back and tell me what you thought of them, or anything. So if you haven't read them, go read them. Okay, but those of you who have, please stay with me. Okay, and we'll talk about it a bit some more. Bye, people who haven't read them. You're weird, no offense. So you people should have read the Vampire Academy series, or the Bloodline series, or possibly both. Hopefully it's both, because if you haven't read both, it may not make a little bit sense. But you all know why Sydney and Adrian and all the other gang are in Palm Springs. So you should all know that by now. But, so whether in Fiery Heart, Sydney and Adrian, as you know, are together. I love the world. So, But Zoe's sister has come into the play, and I'm just like, no, she's going to ruin everything. Just everything. I hate Zoe for this. I really do. It's just like, in the first book, when Sydney took the job for Zoe, I'm just like, oh my god, I love you so much, Sydney. But then it's just like, Zoe got pissed at her, and I'm just like, bitch, she is trying to save your life. Just, I hate you so much, Zoe. I hope you know that at the moment. Who knows? Characters develop through a book. In another series, it's just like, I couldn't stand characters at first. Then I'm just like, I love you. It's like Draco. And it's just like, he used to be such a dickhead. Then he turned into a bit less of a dickhead. But I mostly like him because he's hot in the movies. So, you know. Yeah, so you all should know by now everything that's happens. But I'll still discuss it with you because that's why you're watching this. It's to learn things and see other people's opinions on books. And if you are still watching this and you have not read them, it's just, that's not cool, dude. I'm basically ruining everything for you. And do not blame me, because I told you that I would be spoiling things, okay? I told you. Yeah, so, Fiery Heart, Zoe is in the place. She's at Palm Springs now with the whole gang and everything. That's really not cool. And Sydney and Adrian are together. I love this Adrian so much. Oh my god. Just don't get me started. When you get me started on something, like fangirling, I will just absolutely not. No way. Just don't get me started. If you get me started, you will not finish it. One of my friends, she got me obsessed with Vampire Diaries. She has regretted it to this day because I'm so obsessed with it. Yeah, so Fiery Heart basically, you know, follows them still. It's at Rochelle's Twitter. It said it gets a bit steamy in this book. And she also said that this book will break your heart. But I read Last Sacrifice, and that book honestly broke my heart because it broke Adrian's. And I'm just like, I don't want to read it again. But I read it again, you know. Except I read the other 5, you know, 3 times. But the second way around, when I read it twice, I stopped at Spiritbound because I didn't want to read Last Sacrifice because I knew that his heart would get broken. But then I read it for a 3rd time and I included Last Sacrifice. So now it's like all uneven and stuff because I read the other books 3 times, but I haven't read Last Sacrifice 3 times. But you know what? I'm cool with it. But I've also read, I'm pretty sure I've read Bloodlines, Golden Lily, and Indigo Spell another 2 times, I think. But I'm not so sure about, you know, Golden Lily because, wait, no, not Golden Lily. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the Indigo Spell because I haven't consulted my list. I actually keep a track of all the books that I've read. And at the top of that list, at the start of the year, is Vampire Academy. Because I read that at the start of the year while I was camping. Because I needed something to read. Except I had a friend, I didn't think I would get through them all. I brought the first 3, I think. And I got past them all and we weren't going back for another day. So I'm just like, kill me now. I want this book now. I want to leave. But it's such a lovely place where I go camping. It's just like, oh my god. Yeah, so Fiery Heart. Let's go back to that topic. I'm sorry I'm getting distracted. I get distracted when I'm talking a lot. So you know how it is. You get easily distracted, especially when you are a teenager. You get easily distracted. So if you haven't noticed, I'm a teenager. You can tell by all my posters on my wall. I love them. And also, crap. Sorry, poster. I'm sorry, Zac Efron. Yeah, so distracted again. Teenagers. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, so in Fiery Heart, if you haven't read the chapters that have been released, the first chapter, I'm pretty sure that's in Sydney's perspective, in Sydney's POV, or POV, you know. But the second chapter that was released, I'm pretty sure that's in Adrian's perspective. And I'm just like, oh my god, when I found out that Adrian was gonna be one of the narrators in the book, I'm just like, thank you, Rochelle, thank you, I love you so much. Because it's really nice to like read through Sydney's minds and Rose's mind to see what was going on and see how they felt about Adrian. But now I get to know what Adrian feels like, and he's such an emotional character in these books. I really want to know what's going through his mind and all of this stuff is going on, because we haven't been able to find out. And then we'll be able to see like how the spirit makes him go along, and how the spirit kind of, you know, damages his mind. It's just, you know, how those things are. I really want to know how the spirit damages their mind, because the only time we actually got to see the tiniest bit of Lisa's perspective was when Rose went into the mind link, or whatever you want to call it, between them, and went into Lisa's mind. So that's the only time we got to see. And since they're spirit bounds, or bound in some sort of way, I can't remember, haven't read them for a while. Yeah, so we don't really get to see what it's all about, but, you know, Rose knew that it was hurting her, so I kind of want to know, since Jill and Adrian are bound, I want to know how Adrian feels about the bond. That's it, it's the bond. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't remember that. I feel so stupid right now. You know, it's the weekend. God, I love weekends so much, and school is almost over, you know, till another term, so, God, I seriously just stop. When it gets to the holidays, I'll be able to read a shit ton of books, so that's good for me. I am currently read 99, and the month of my 100th, I made a deal with a couple of my friends. If I reach 100, they have to give me lollies. But really, one of my friends made the deal with me, and I told another one of my friends about the deal, and she said that if I reach 100, she'll give me lollies. So she's really upset that she's about to lose that bet. And I'm just like, yes, I'm getting lollies. My other friend, he already gave up and gave me the lollies like last Friday. Like, so, you know, because he knows me pretty well, even though he's like a few years older than me. We're friends. So he just gave up. He knew I was gonna reach 100. I was at like 97, so 3 more books. So he just knew I was gonna win. Yeah, so in Adrian, I just want to know what he feels about the bond between him and Jill, and I want to know how the spirit makes him, like, no offense Adrian, but crazy, because you're a little crazy. But half of it's probably the alcohol, and so, you know, slow it down, bro. I seriously can't wait for this book to come out. Like, I really want it out right now. I don't want to wait until November. No, I really don't want to wait. Okay, so you can obviously tell we've moved from my location from over there, you know, over there to over here. But that's because my laptop was dying, so I needed to put it on. So, you know what happens when laptops are about to die and you need to charge them. You have to move to where it is. And it's over there. So I had to move over here on the bed. Yeah, so I really want this book to come out. I cannot wait for it. I know it's going to be amazing. It's probably going to break my heart. And it's just really, I'm excited. I'm really excited, but I'm worried about what will happen because I don't want anything else bad to happen. But at this point in the last series, you know, if you've read Vampire Academy, it's linked for you right now, so you can just skip over a few seconds if you haven't read it. Yeah, so at this point in Vampire Academy, Dimitri had been turned, supposedly. Well, I'm pretty sure she knew, because it was a bit obvious. So at this point, something really, really major happens, and something really sort of exciting happens. But it's just, you know, something exciting happens in Indigo Spell at the end of it, and something a little bit bad happens. I guess I kind of liked it when she was in Russia, and Dimitri was kind of keeping her there. So I was just like really happy. It's just like, it was kind of exciting, but I felt really bad for her because she was high all the time and she was really stupid. So I'm really worried but excited about what will happen in Fiery Heart. So yeah, that's basically my opinion on my excitement for Fiery Heart. Sorry if I got a little bit distracted. I get distracted easily. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm really excited but really worried. So that's it. I will see you next time. But first of all, if you haven't heard yet, and you're living under a freaking rock, the next book, which is the 5th one, the second last book in Rochelle's Bloodline series, is going to be called Silver Shadows, and then, you know, the title is like, it's all fancy letter and stuff, and it's silver and black, so I'm just thinking, holy crap, this book is going to be really scary and creepy. Oh my god. So yeah, the next book is going to be called Silver Shadows, and that's the second last one. Obviously the last book hadn't been released, but it will eventually sometime. Probably when Silver Shadows is going to be released, because the title for Silver Shadows was released I think it was like a few months ago, or a month and a few weeks ago, something like that. My judgment of time is horrible, just really bad. So yeah, it's just, and so there's only going to be 6 in the series, like Vampire Academy, but I'm really excited, but I'm going to be really sad when the series ends, and I hope she writes another book series that's like all mystical and stuff. I know she's written other books, but I haven't gotten around to them yet. My book collection isn't the biggest at the moment. I normally just go to the library and order books, so man, I get the books and I don't have to pay for them if, you know, I hand them in on time. I get them for a month. I usually hand them in after a few weeks if I haven't read them yet. And if I haven't read them yet and I've got like a whole lot of them, I normally just renew them, and I get them for a month, so it might give me time. But school gets in the way, so, you know, it happens. Yeah, so that's our little discussion on Fiery Heart being released. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I haven't got any subscribers at the moment because this will be my first uploaded video. So if you have, and please don't be like nervous to ask me any questions or anything, or please suggest books. I'm always open to new books being open, but here's just something that you might need to know. I absolutely love supernatural type books and stuff about, you know, gods and all of that. I love the Percy Jackson series. I loved it so much, and I really hate that I can't get the goddess test because it looks really, really good, but it's at the library and I can't find it anywhere. I'm just like, damn you, damn you, damn you. So please suggest things, ask things, anything else that you want to do. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you give it a thumbs down, please tell me why you didn't like it, and I will try to change that for you, okay? I really want to impress you because, you know, I'm one of those people that like to impress people because I've got a competitive nature a little bit. So bye, I hope you like this, and I'll see you next time. I don't know what I want to do next time, but it will probably be the book I'm reading at the moment, which is called Touch of Frost, and it's about gods and all that. So yeah, I really like that kind of stuff, and I like romance stuff. So bye!